Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Estancia Lapacho here in Paraguay. We are continuing on with our spraying up through here, and the sugarcane harvest is well underway over there. It's actually almost finished, so it's not got very much left, and then we've got to do something with that sugarcane field. Quite what that's going to be, at the moment, I'm not too sure. So, before we go any further, we need to address the random event that has happened this week. And unfortunately, we've had the worst possible random event that could happen, in my opinion. Well, one of the worst. I shook a 3 for the first shake, which put us onto the animals section, and then I shook a 6. The animals have escaped, and they have damaged one random item of machinery, so we need to take one random item of machinery, sell it, and then immediately buy it back to represent costs of the damage. We did that once already with a corn header. And they have also damaged the crops in one random field, and in order to represent that loss accurately, we have to go and cultivate up half the crops in one of our fields. I really hope it's not this field. We haven't even finished getting the first coat of spray on, and this field is absolutely huge. I really hope that this is not the one that is done. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to assign these with some numbers. So we'll start up here and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we've got 10 fields. I'm ignoring the sugarcane because the sugarcane is almost finished. So what we're going to do is we've got to go into Google and we've got to do a random number generator. So we just do random 1 to 10, and I typed it in. You type it in onto Google, okay? You go random number, and then 1 dash whichever number you want randomly generated, and then you press search, and it will come up at the top of the searches. I've explained this before. A random number, which you can then re-roll. And I'm right here, and I'm staring at the number 10. And I've been internally debating for a few seconds whether or not I should just ignore this and re-roll, because this is absolutely heartbreaking, but I can't do it. I can't do it. My conscience won't allow me to. What this means is that we're going to have to cultivate up half of our field here, because this is the one that we assigned to field number 10. This one right here, we assigned to field number 10. We're going to have to cultivate half of this field. I am thinking, though, that we're going to be a little bit prudent on this. Right, I'm just going to unhitch this one right here. I'm not going to mess around on this. I'm going to unhitch this one right here like this. If I lower that bit down there, and if I unhitch that, there we go. Right, we're going to go and grab our cultivator, which is down here somewhere. Where have I put the cultivator? We've only got the little cultivator still. We do want to get a bigger cultivator, and we may do that very soon and finish off this job, but we're not going to do it just yet. So we're going to go back up onto there. I'm going to grab this cultivator. There we go. And I'm going to hitch that one on, just like that. And then I'm going to start heading out to this field. And I'm going to start it cultivating. So I'm going to do the half that we haven't sprayed very much yet, so we can at least save ourselves a little bit of money. These animals, they got out, and I mean, we do have 198 cows, and if they go rampaging across a field, they could very easily do a lot of damage to the field. So it's entirely possible. I mean, the crop is very young. The crop, it is at quite an undeveloped stage. So, you know, that they haven't, like, really destroyed it, but they've still done a lot of... And this is a big field. This is, I mean, 200 cows out on here. They must have got out here at, like, 9 o'clock at night without us hearing about it and been out there all night, running up and down, and then we didn't realise until the morning. So I've got to find roughly a halfway point on this field, and then I got to sort of set out and go across it. And I reckon the halfway point is actually not far off of, I mean, I was going to say where the sprayer has gone to, but I don't think that is the case. And if we look here, actually, you know what? I think right where I am, because you take that into account, you sort of put that up over the top. We're roughly halfway here, I think. It's a little bit further than where the sprayer has got to. I think this is about halfway. I can't believe that we've got to cultivate up half of this field. I was hoping it was going to be, because last time we did this, it was one of the small fields. It was a little small one over there. We did lose half the sugarcane at one point, so we've also had to do that. But there we go. It's going, and this is representing half of the loss. You know, and also we got the cost of it being sort of cultivated back in, and that would also represent it. I mean, I suppose what I could do is harvest the field and then just delete half of the crop at the end of it. I don't really want to do that, though. I think this is a slightly better way of simulating this utterly heartbreaking and soul-destroying loss. I can't believe that this one has come up. We got to do the machinery yet, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... We've got, I think, like 30 or 40 pieces of machinery. So I'm just going to do a random number now, 1 to 40, and just search that one. Hang on. There we go. Right, that one's come up with number 32. So I need to go across my list to number 32. I'm going to wait until that sprayer has come over here. We might actually just hop out. No, we won't. We're going to stay with this tractor a minute. The sprayer can carry on going. They're not going to cross paths at the moment. And the sprayer will then come on down and it should be fine to carry on. It's just got one last little bit. All of this is now not going to do. None of it is going to get done. I can't believe this. This is genuinely heartbreaking. Right. Let's get past this. We need to move on. We need to toughen up a bit, and we need to move on. So we're going to go to our garage, and we need to count 32 pieces of machinery over. Now, what I've said in the past is I don't count buckets and tractor weight. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 32 is the rear sugarcane trailer, which I'm pretty certain is actually one that we have lost in the past. I'm pretty certain that we have actually had that one go in the past, and I was right to follow this tractor. It's going the wrong way. I need to move it over to this side, and then it can just carry on and do its thing. So yeah, I did count the workshop as a machine. Well, I suppose I shouldn't have done, really. I counted the workshop, and I also counted the pressure washer. And I would guess that the pressure washer I should have counted. Right, I'm going to stop you now that you come all the way up here. I'm going to fold you up. You're done. I mean, yeah, there is that tiny little bit down there, but I'm not actually going to worry about that at this stage in the game. I think we can just leave that little strip. We will do that at another time. I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. I'm going to just park this one up, actually, because we will go back and do that, but I want the cultivator to sort of carry on and keep things running a minute. So let me just go back into here, and what I counted... I didn't count those two. I counted these. So I counted... I didn't count those 3. And I did count the roller. Yeah, I suppose I should. Right, what I did count, though, was I counted that one and that one and that one. And I counted those as machinery. I suppose technically I could avoid counting that one. And the chainsaw... I mean, if that's the only machine that they damaged, that would... Because I didn't count these buildings here. And then the rest of this, those were counted separately. So we went through, and then we went through to here. So, I mean, if I was to take off 3 for the chainsaw, the workshop, and the pressure washer, we would go back to the Colossus over here. And we want to sell this one anyway. We didn't actually intend to keep this Colossus. We just wanted to get rid of it. So I'm very, very tempted to skew the results in my favor because I've just lost this field. And, you know, the pressure washer, I mean, technically the pressure washer is available to be destroyed. So it could be counted. That one would be away in a shed. They wouldn't get to that. And this one here, again, is a shed. The outside edge, I mean, if you're going to count that, we'd have to count these other placeables. I'm umming and ahhing over this. So I'm going to leave... you know what? I'm gonna say I'm not gonna sell this one. I mean, it's not actually going to be that major of a loss if we sell that one and buy it back, so I think we'll leave it there. We will do it. We will do that. I won't skew the results in my favor so heavily. We're going to sacrifice that one and then buy it back, because this is the second time that we've actually done that, so it's not like it's anything new, anything unusual that we're doing. Right, you're coming up round, and you are going the right direction this time. That is excellent and superb, so he's going to carry on there. We are going to be upgrading some machinery fairly soon, so we might be able to sort of increase the size of the cultivator that the person is using to cultivate up this half of it. This is just... this. Look, see? all of those acres of barley completely and utterly gone to waste. I can't believe that it came up with number 10. I mean, seriously, what are the odds? Well, roughly 1 in 10, but, you know, I thought it'd be bad enough if it was that one there. I was hoping all of these are smaller fields. This is why I'm reluctant to, because we've got quite a few options where we have to eliminate half a field. So I'm reluctant to make them all into big fields, because there's a higher chance of something like this happening, and right now it's happening, and it's utterly heartbreaking and soul destroying, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's not fair. Right, this one here has hardly got any left at all. You know, if we'd included this, then you know, if I'd included that, then that one there would be the one that we would be ploughing up half of it instead of that, because it would have been 1 to 11 and it rolled a 10. Although I didn't include the 11, so chances are it could have been the 11. Okay, let's not worry about it too much. So I want to come off of hired help on there a minute and bring this one out round. I'm going to sell that rear trailer, but I'm actually going to wait until we finish the harvest. It's just going to be a little bit convenient if I wait until we finish the harvest and then I sell it and buy it back, just to represent the loss. You know, we've represent. It's to represent the damage that has been done to the machine and the cost of repair is why we sell it and buy it back. It's just so that I can sort of use game mechanics in order to sell and buy back. So we'll just unload that bit there, and then we can carry this one on. And my main aim today is to finish doing the trees up on the plateau. So we're going to be heading up there very, very shortly, and we're going to get started on that. I'm just going to bring this one in round here. Go in a little bit, I think. Yeah, let's try about there, I think. Is it going to be right? If you don't get it quite right, it doesn't cut very well. And it will turn too early. No, I think that's going to be alright. Okay, we'll let that one carry on there. And our spraying is finished for the minute. We will go back round and tidy up just the very ends of the field. We've got a bit more silage that we still want to sell. How much is silage selling for at the moment? We've got 548 at the barn and 356 at biogas. We could do another load at the barn. I mean, we're loaded up with wood chips at the moment. I have had some people saying that it's not realistic to go selling this stuff out the barn because, you know, it is for the biogas. The way we're doing this is our silage. We've used the biogas plant here, so we've provided them with some silage, but it is ours, so we are free to sell it where we like. And I have personally loaded up, and I've gone to a neighbouring farm with a tractor and trailer and bought bulk silage from a silage clamp. Loaded up a trailer and be buying it in by the trailer full, and I've worked on a farm who've sold silage in a similar manner. This is entirely realistic, and it does happen all around the world. I have personally participated in loading up trailer loads of silage in order to sell to somebody else. So selling it out the barn is entirely realistic. I've also been to a market and seen a trailer load of silage there and be auctioned off. You know, they were actually auctioning off 20 trailer loads of silage to the farmers. They had the first one there ready to deliver, and then the rest of it was going to be later on. In the spring, especially this time of year, March and April, quite a lot of silage changes hands. You know, there's some farmers who've done really well, and their stock, they've got more food than they know what to do with. And then you get other farmers who are absolutely to the wire on feed and are not able to get their animals out into the field just yet. And so yeah, it is definitely a realistic thing, and it's not unusual to see bulk silage being sold from a silage clamp to other people, to farmers and all sorts. So yeah, do not fear, we are playing this realistically. We are actually doing this properly. I know this may come as a bit of a shock that I'm doing it properly and realistically and so on. But I am, so there we go. Right. I'm going to keep working through these trees up here. I'm hoping that we can get most of these done today. Now, one thing. Because we've logged out and logged back in, our spout is actually folded up in the wrong direction. And I think if I go... It's going to try pushing it... If I go to unload... yeah, it's going to push it forward, which is not ideal. Where's it actually unloading? Man TGS, well, I don't know. It might work. We could just do it like this and have it blowing forward. I don't think there's actually any way that I can unload. I can't move the spout. That's the unfortunate thing with this. Oh, there's my courseplay coming up again. I keep forgetting about that. Right, let's just put that one in. There we go. And it's unloading right in front of us. I think it'll be alright. I think it will work. It looks a little bit strange. But unless we've got a trailer up here, there's no other way to do this, I don't think. It does, or it sort of goes automatically to facing forwards until you've got a trailer for it to auto-unload into. And then it will adjust the position of it. But at the moment, it's not going to adjust the position of it, so we're just kind of stuck with it right there. There we go. The tone changed ever so slightly, so we can get that one unloaded there. My weekly question that I asked you all last week was, what do you want me to do with that field of sugarcane? Did you want me to stop doing sugarcane after this harvest is finished? Did you want me to move the field of sugarcane to a bigger field, and we do a much bigger harvest of sugarcane before we finish on this map? Or did you want me to just leave the field exactly as it is and go back and do another harvest similar to what we've already done a couple of times? We had 845 people answer the question. 143 want me to move it to a bigger field. 205 want me to leave it. And 497 want me to stop doing sugarcane. So the stop doing sugarcane has won the vote. I did think that seemed to be rather a low number of votes this time round. But then I sort of went and looked back through, and you know, it was a low number of views altogether. And then I sort of thought, well, hang on a minute. We have had phenomenal sunshine in this country in this last week. And so I went and had a little look at the weather forecast, or the weather that has been across most of Europe and the US, and it would appear that the heat wave, or the nice, pleasant weather that we've had here in the UK over the last week has actually been experienced across much of Europe and across much of the US and Canada as well, which would explain it. That's why you've all been outside enjoying the sunshine instead of watching videos, and I do commend you for that, and I do like that. So I was sort of thinking, well, why has nobody watched the videos or voted? This seems really, really odd, but no, it's not odd at all. The sun has come out, and everybody has rushed out to enjoy it, because you never know how long it's going to last, and it might just disappear completely. We've got one awkward tree stump right here. Oh, there we go. We got it. We got it. Nailed it. Right. Is that bit done? There's a big old tree over here. I'm going to go and get this little tree here first, just because it's easier, and then we can come back to the big tree and we can think about it. Bring that up there. And steady. Right. So we are currently on episode... What episode are we? This is episode 67. So we've been here a while. I don't think we're going to go all the way to 100 episodes like we did in Goldcrest. I think that soon we will think about moving to another map. I don't know what map we're going to move to yet. So we're a little bit more limited on time. Now, we're going to clear this plateau of trees, and then we're going to get up here and we're going to plow it, and then we're going to... I was thinking potatoes. We're probably going to do potatoes up here, ready for the pigs. So we're going to plant the potatoes up here as rapidly as we possibly can, and then we're going to sort of jump forward as quickly as we can so that we can get to harvesting these, and we've got a big harvest over here that we'll be able to get running as well. So we've got a few things that we can keep going. If we're going to do that, while I'm harvesting potatoes, that is when I'm going to get the pigs going. So we'll have pigs so we can feed the potatoes to, and we've got other grains and stuff as well. We do also, while the potatoes are growing, we're going to just build a few barns and stuff up here so that we can store stuff for the pigs. And yeah, then we'll be able to carry on. And so I'm wondering if I should do sheep. I don't think that we want to do sheep on this map. I don't think it would be a good idea to do the sheep, because we've got the pigs and we've got the cows. If we commit ourselves to doing sheep, then it's going to take quite a bit longer. Also, we're going to struggle a bit to find food for cows and sheep. But I don't know. I mean, what would you guys like to see? So I'm asking you this week, do you want me to do sheep here on this map before we finish, or not? It's a simple yes or no. Do we do sheep on the map? Yes or no? Head into the comment section down below. Let us know which one you want and why. And of course, don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right-hand corner. And yes, it is your vote it's your game. And I got that completely the wrong way round, which I seem to do an awful lot sometimes. I'm not really sure why. You'd think it would be fairly simple. I've done this hundreds of times now, and I still can't get it right. I probably should practice a bit more, or I should probably do what some people do and like make a professional style video where I don't actually show you the blooper reel inside the actual video itself. But I don't know, that doesn't feel right to me. That's not really my style. I tend to mess up and keep it, unless of course I've really messed it. The stuff that I don't include in the videos, you'd be amazed. There is quite a bit that I don't include in the videos, and some of it is pretty grim. Some of it I just, yeah, you wouldn't want the general public seeing stuff like that. It's heartbreaking, really. You would lose all respect. What little respect you do have for me would all go out the window fairly rapidly. So we'll just come in here and we'll grab. So we're going to get these few little shrubs here, and we'll take around a few. I think it's actually going to take longer than I thought to get all of these trees out, because there's more here than we've got quite a few of them up through there. Is that big tree there that I'm thinking is going to take longer than most of them, but we should be able to work through that one as well. Bring that up forward a little bit more. Oh, I see. The tree's floating. We just lift that one up. Maybe we can do it like this. Can you get it? Right, so we've got the tree itself. Is it going to remove the stump? Because if you look, it's difficult for me to look there. I'm going to jump out a minute. Maybe we can see it a bit better like this. Come in there. You can see. There. It's floating. We've got a floater. We have a floater. Let me just jump back into there, and I need to bring that in a little bit closer, maybe. There we go. Right, it doesn't seem to be doing this very well. I'd very much like for it to grab that stump. I don't think it's going to do it down on the ground either. I think we're going to have to sort of... I can do it. Sometimes you can get it to work like this if you just keep... Right there, we got it. We got it. Nailed it. Ideal. Right. Next one. If we can come in through here. I'm really looking forward to getting the big bud onto this plateau up here and getting the plough going. We're going to plough quite... We are going to go out a fair way, I think, for doing the ploughing. There we go. That one was quite simple. You know, right out to the very edge. It's just that we won't necessarily be using all the machinery right out to the very edge as well. The machinery itself will sort of come in a little bit, but we've got a wider field established if we want it. I think that's how we're going to run this. I'm not quite sure at the moment. So the little bud is the one that we're going to use there. We do have the Challenger that I said that I wanted to buy because of last week's question. You all said you wanted me to buy machinery. Challenger was the one that was most suggested in the comments section. So I would very much like to get that one. But a lot of you said that the one that I was looking at is not actually the one from the Horse DLC. It's a different one. So I was looking up through here. Now we've got that Challenger and that Challenger and that one with pre-order bonuses for Farming Simulator. And then we've also got over here, we got these. We got the 3M Challengers, and I think these, the tracks actually come out wider on the vehicles. So that one there, the tracks are quite narrow compared to the other one. And if you look at that one there, the tracks are wider on it, and they seem to stick out a bit further as well. So there's 3-meter tracks on them, so the wider tracks on these two here. And these two are the ones that came with the Horse DLC. Now, I was told that this one here was another pre-order DLC. You know, it was another pre-order bonus for something, the one that has got the Stealth Edition. The problem is, I got no clue what pre-order bonus it was, because we've had there's a Massey in here somewhere. There, that one, that Black Edition Massey, that was pre-order for the original game. That was another pre-order bonus there. And then I also had for the Estancia, sugarcane harvest, all of that. There was a pre-order bonus that I got with that one, which was, where is it? Sprayers. I'm looking for sprayers. Can anyone see where the sprayers are? There they are. Right. Thank you for everybody that pointed that out. So you got one there from the horse, but it's this Massey Ferguson one. This was another pre-order bonus. I don't think it was anything else. No, that one there was a pre-order bonus. So I've used that one a bit in the time-lapse series, and I quite like that one. That is quite a nice one. But yeah, as far as the tractors go, This is apparently a pre-order bonus, so I wanted to upgrade this one as much as possible, go for the Stealth Edition and have a front weight, which is 500. Actually, you know, we could buy this right now. So let's just buy this one. Let's go for it. Let's buy it now. And I was told, because I said that I wanted to use one that wasn't a pre-order bonus, and I really wanted to, you know, and we'll use that one because I thought it was from the Horse DLC, and then everybody goes, well, actually, that's a pre-order bonus. What's it from? I honestly don't remember at all, because I was searching around on the internet, and I couldn't find any page that sort of gave a list of pre-order bonuses that Giants had released. Such a list doesn't seem to exist, which is a bit of a shame, because I'd very much like to find out what ones I've got that are the pre-order bonuses, and what ones are not. So let me just do this tree a minute. As soon as we've done this one, we're going to go and take a look at our new Stealth Edition. I really don't know which one it was, though. What set? Was it the original game? Was it the another pre-order bonus for the original game? Or was it pre-order for something else? Maybe it was pre-order for this map, but I didn't think that we had that one as pre-order for this map. I thought it was something else. I thought it was just the Massey Sprayer was the pre-order bonus. There we go. Take that. I just want to go in a little bit further, and I got a stump there. I know I said I'd just do the last tree, but then this one sort of was there, and I wanted to do it. And I'm going to stop now. I'm actually going to stop. We'll just quickly jump through. What are you doing? How is he... Okay, that's just a little bit odd and confusing. I don't really know why he's done that. Let's empty this one out a minute. We may as well, while we're here. Come on. Let's empty him out. We're almost done with this harvest. I'm thinking that what I'll do is I'll fill these two trailers up completely. And then when they're completely full, that's going to be it. We're not going to do any more sugarcane at all. The last little tiny bit, we will just plough it under. I've sort of had enough of constantly unloading the sugarcane. And according to the vote, most of you have had enough of sugarcane as well. So it'd be nice if we could just sort of forget about the sugarcane now. I mean, I really like the sugarcane. I'm not a fan of the way that it has been represented so realistically. I know in real life it's a huge amount of work to do this job. Oh, I accidentally dumped a lot on the floor there. Didn't mean to do that. It is a lot of work to do in real life. I don't know, it doesn't seem to be a particularly rewarding task in-game. There's some jobs in this game that I find very rewarding and enjoyable. Oh, I see what it's done there. It sort of tried to turn around and it didn't quite work out very well for it. I'm going to put that one in there. Like that. I'm going to see what it'll do. It's gone forward quite a bit, so it's missing a bit on the end. It'll be alright. Yeah, it's not as rewarding as some of the other tasks. I feel that maybe they could have altered it slightly to be slightly less realistic, which would have made it a more enjoyable thing to do in the game. I'm not really sure. Some of you may really enjoy doing the whole sugarcane thing. Some of the tasks in the game aren't really for me. I'm not a big fan of doing like big root crop harvests. Because they are so time consuming. If I do a big root crop harvest, it's mostly for your benefit rather than my own personal benefit, because I'm not a big fan of them. So here we have the Challenger Stealth Edition. And I gotta say, this is one sleek and handsome looking beastie. This is absolutely awesome. I particularly like this beastie. And despite the fact that it may well be, well, according to a lot of you, it is an early release pre-order bonus, which I had no idea it was a pre-order bonus. I'm thinking that I like this one so much that I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to get rid of it. And also I've been talking about getting a Challenger in the time-lapse series, and I'm thinking that this creature right here, this sleek, beautiful beast, is the one that we're going to be using in the time-lapse series as well. It's going to be a little while before I'm ready to be ordering something like this in the time-lapse. But anyway, that bit doesn't really matter right now. What matters right now is we've got a Challenger. I mean, we've only got now $3,900, and we're not going to have the money to buy back the trailer that we need to buy back unless we go and sell something, which we could actually go and do. Let's just drive this one around a little bit. We do just want to admire this one in all its wonderful glory. We've got dirty tracks already. Let's go over them, over the ploughed ground a bit. There we go, dirtied up a bit more. This thing is gorgeous. Look at it. This is going to be able to do anything we want. I think this is even more powerful than a big bud. This is the ultimate creature that we now own. It's wonderful. We now need to get something. We're going to need a cultivator. We're going to want a bigger cultivator. That was the next thing that you lot all said you wanted me to be using. And I'm busy cultivating that half of that huge great big field using a very small and narrow cultivator. It's going to take him a while, so we're going to race this one back over here as fast as we can. I'm also going to see if I can get it airborne. No, apparently the Challenger, the tracked Challenger MT, what is it? Hang on, let me have a look. A Challenger, well, it doesn't tell me on the list there. What is this thing called? I know how to find out. You jump out and then you climb back in. Challenger MT800E, the Challenger. So the Challenger is apparently not best suited for becoming airborne over ramps and jumps and stuff. So despite the fact that this is an incredible beast, it's not really designed for off-road racing. More off-road crawling, which would sort of explain the crawler tracks, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so there is our new Challenger. We have a new Challenger. It is all ready to go. We need money now, so we're going to take this here trailer load of money, and we're going to start running up towards the thingy, the who's-me-call-it, the what's-me-jig. You know the one I mean, the thing over there. I can't actually remember the name at the moment. This is embarrassing. Sawmill! The sawmill! That's what I meant, the sawmill. You knew what I meant. You all knew what I meant, so don't give me that funny look. We're going to run this one over to the sawmill so that we can sell the wood chips, and then we're going to be able to load up with another load of silage, and we can sell silage as well, and we should be able to make an absolute fortune. We should be able to get a huge quantity of cash. Oh, there is another field that I've yet to spray with fertilizer. It was the big field. It hadn't quite grown through yet, so we'll come back to, we haven't done it yet. It's not actually sprouted up through, so we'll worry about that next time. We want to come up through here, and as soon as we get across the rail, we can just cut in. It's right there. We just got to go across the track right here, and easy does it. I don't want to go across that track too fast. It's going to completely destroy my tires if I do that. In round here. I haven't really got time to go and load up the silage today, so we'll have to do that in tomorrow's episode, and then we can sell that. That should give us enough money to buy a bigger cultivator. I'm going to keep the smaller cultivator that we've got, so then we've got 2 cultivators that we can use. Helper G has completed their task. Who is Helper G? Oh, I know who Helper G is. Helper G is the sugarcane. It's this one right here, and I think we're going to have to agree to disagree on whether or not you've completed a task, because I'm looking at this and I'm saying, no, you haven't. And I'm also saying that if you'd like to keep your job, I know that we have this discussion with our workers on a fairly regular basis about them staying employed or not staying employed based on their performance. And we do seem to have rather a lot of shoddy workers around here. They do seem to think that they can just get away with doing anything they want, which, quite frankly, I think is appalling. So if you go racing up through there, actually, they may clear the entire lot with that just one run up through there. That will be finished. I didn't think that we would actually finish all of it into this one lot, but we have, so we'll let that go. You are doing a magnificent job. It is actually genuinely heartbreaking seeing this happen, but it's something that's got to happen. It was a random event. We have no control over randomness. It is purely down to randomness. There's nothing that we can do about it. So we've just got to accept the fact that that has all been utterly destroyed. We haven't lost the entire field, though, so there is a bonus there. How much are we going to get for our wood chips? So we can have enough to buy. We're at 313. That's not too bad, I suppose. It could be worse than that. Are we going to have enough after selling this load for the upgraded cultivator? That's the thing that I'd really like to get. Just before we go, can we buy a cultivator? We won't have time to go and get it started in the field, but we may have time to do that. So my question for this week is, do you want me to do sheep on this map before we finish? We could, but it would mean extending the series a bit longer. We're going to be starting pigs fairly soon. We're working on the plateau at the moment, and then when we've finished up there and we've got the pigs, the potatoes planted, we can start on the pigs, and we'll be able to do some work with them. So yeah, I'm willing to do the sheep. I am willing to have sheep on the map. It's just I'm not sure that really they would be suited for this series. I'm not sure if it would be a good idea, but I've been proved wrong by you guys before now, and many of you have thought what I didn't think was a good idea. You've all said, well, actually, yes, that would be a good idea, Frith. I really think you should do this. So it's entirely up to you. It is your vote. It is your game. Head into the comment section down below. Let us know which one you want and why. And, of course, don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right-hand corner. Do we do sheep on this map before we finish the series or not? So let's just empty this in here, and that will be the very last time we do sugarcane on this map. No more sugarcane after this. So we're going to load that one up. And we can use these trailers for a couple of other things, but not very much. They're not that versatile. We can use them for a few things. So what I'm thinking is, I know that we've got to sell the trailer and then buy it back. That represents the loss. I'm wondering if we should bother buying it back at all. We could just sell it and have done with it and just keep the money. We can sell this one and the trailer, and then the other sugarcane trailer as well. We've got the sugarcane harvester there that we can sell. All of this is piles more money that's going to come into the pot, which we'll be able to use to buy some other stuff. Quite what we buy, I'm not really sure at this point. I'm just going to stop that one right there, because I don't actually want to be messing around with that at the moment. I want to go down to our new toy down over... There he is. There he is. There's our new toy. Now, is 25,000 enough to buy a bigger cultivator? I'd like to use the one from the DLC for this map. Where is cultivators? Probably looking at them. There they are. There is the cultivators. So we want to go up through here past... See, something like this would be really cool. The Culti Plow Platinum, 8 meter. That's pretty cool, but no, I don't want to use that. I don't want to use that. Then we've got the multi-cultivator right there. 5-in-1. 3.5 meters wide. That comes with a seed tank as well if you want. But no, it's this one here. This is only... It's only 5 meters. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Only 5 meters wide. You've got standard or you've got a seed box on it as well. So you can actually have this one as a seed drill. It doesn't have fertilizer on it, but we could have a seed drill and a cultivator at the same time. It's a 5 meter seed drill. It could do wheat, barley, grass, or... It doesn't even do canola. Right. So it's oilseed radish. I don't know. Do I want the Stara, or do I want one of these bigger bad boys over here? I mean, that one right there, that is a bit of a beast. That's 6 meters. Then you got a 12 meter, and then this... that's another 12 meter. That's 12.2, and that's 12. That one's a really long one, so I'm guessing that's a slightly heavier soil than this one. This is a disc. I mean, they do the same thing in the game, but this one is for disking, and this one is for quite heavy cultivating, by the look of it. That one would be pretty cool. I think maybe we'll come back and we'll buy that one later on. We don't actually have the money for that one. This one here, we don't have the money for it either, because we've only got 25,000, but I reckon that's probably the one that we're going to want. Tell you what, let's just borrow a bit of money, and then we can get that one, and then we can start heading over towards the field. We can always pay the money back in a little bit. I don't want to go there. Where's there? Borrow. See, our loan is 200,000. Borrow another 5, like that. So our loan is now 205,000. Go into here, and then into cultivators, and then into there. And I don't want the cedar box, because that's going to make it too expensive anyway. We'll go for standard. 28,000. Yes. Perfect. Ideal. Back out of there. And we've got a new cultivator. I don't think really this cultivator is much of a challenge for this particular tractor, but I think it will be alright. But that's all I've got time for today. So if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. Let's just back up here and hitch this one on. I know you want to see it hitched on. And there we go. Right, we can jump in here. We can fold that one. Can we fold it? Ah! That is why this particular cultivator does not have the option for anything bigger, because it doesn't fold. It literally just stays as it is. It's a wide cultivator, and it does not have the option to fold. So we will start slowly heading back towards the farm with a wide cultivator on the road. That's fine. We'll fit. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.